Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld 433 1.16 pre-release 7, day 6227. I finished the gold sword, not the gold, the titanium sword. Hooray! I'm much better, or I should say I'm much more satisfied with the gears now. I think they turned out better. I don't know if I'll ever improve the animation. It's good enough for now, but I also fixed up I should say I also committed the changes that I made on the other tools. I don't have the netherite ground tiller. That's not here currently. And yeah, I haven't worked on the armor yet because I still don't have the gears going on the other tools. So that's on the to-do list. So what we're going to do is we're going to whip out 1.16 because I need to know the blocks that I'm missing. Thankfully, I picked up a lot of blackstone when I was doing all my blast mining. Hooray! So that's hopefully going to supply the rest of the stuff I need. I want to say, though, that I ran out of the crimson wood. No, not the crimson shin. So we're going to head on down there and see what I have and what I don't have. Howdy, Ian. Disney is suing YouTube. Over what? All the clips from Disney shows and movies and whatever that are uploaded to the site. Don't know? Good talk. Would you like to know how informative that statement is? Alright, I still don't know, seeing as this Iron Golem's over here, I still don't know what to do with the Great Golem Migration. Well, yeah, I feel like it's a recent change because I was walking around and I realized there are even less golems where they used to be. I don't know why they all moved, but oh well. I think the sword texture is much better. Here, I'll stand still so you can see it better. I got the gears going. I didn't do anything with the animation. All I did was change the colors. Because before it was just two-tone, that way I could see the two different gears. But now it's all complete and it looks proper. And so if you sit there and watch, you could see the individual gears as the teeth interlock and they all spin consistently. I haven't added the gears yet to the other tools, but they're coming. Now that I got the basic animation done, I'll just need to apply that same design to the others. Alright, so before we get to all of that, I never added the other side, right? Okay, I put the cobblestone. I'll need to come back with slabs. I'm going to write that down because I'm going to forget. As soon as I'm done with the block museum, I'm going to forget that I need to put the slabs down. So let's see, left or right, left or right. I feel like going right's going to get me down there faster. So let's see what we have and what we don't have. I know I still need to bring back a bee nest. Bye, slime, but I'll do that later. So before we get to all of that, I'm going to make sure that if nighttime approaches while I'm working here, I will sleep. Oh, you know what I never did? I don't think I put torches on the sides of all of these. Hold on, let me go around. Yeah, I never got to that. Oops, I only put the torches on the second level. Here, we'll do that first. In fact, I have an idea. How about I put the torches on one side, then once I make it to the end, I turn around and do the other. We're just going to start here because this is our beginning point. Alright, so let me lay down the two shulker boxes of all the stuff I have, and then we'll get to work. Oh, I don't have the crafting table. Good job, me of the past. Left them in here. Alright, so let's go place down the torches and prevent any more bad guys from ruining the day. Oh, you know, I think I also was supposed to put a crafting table underneath the stairs. Pretty sure I did that last time. I also made more torches because I realized this morning that, oh hey, I don't have that many torches left. I will stop here and there's no way 17 and 18 are going to deal with all this. So hopefully, this is something I don't have to deal with for a long time. But at least this is now future-proof for a good long while. Howdy, Akio, welcome back. What I'm probably going to do is go look at the other staircases to see where I put the crafting tables. Just grab one of these real fast. Because I'm pretty sure I left one underneath the lowest point of every staircase. I should say one block above the floor. And that's what I did there. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'll do then. Do. With how extensive this block museum, at some point I might need to make a fast travel. Don't know what I'll do, I'll figure that out later though. Alright, so let's start with what do I have placed down? So way over here I've got my ancient debris, my basalt pillar. Oh wait, isn't there... Don't I... I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have a polished basalt. I don't think I have that. Wait, this is the polished basalt. Hold up. Let me click on basalt real fast. So 4 to make polished basalt. And then there's smooth basalt, except that doesn't get added until later. I don't think. Yeah, that's not until 1.17. So maybe it is just basalt and polished basalt. Alright, well either way, I guess I am all set there. Alright, doop. So next is Blackstone. Let me whip out that Blackstone picture, because I'm a visual guy, so I need to see all the different variations. Alright, so Blackstone, slab, stair, wall. I don't have any of the polished Blackstone. I only have the polished Blackstone bricks. So let me grab all of this real fast. So we are looking at doop. Well, let me just make sure I don't have any of this real fast. So I'm pretty sure I don't. Alright, correct statement. So I'll just make some of this real fast. Alright, so I need one for the block, one for the slab, the stair, the wall, the pressure plate for some reason. Alright, we'll start here. Oh, 9 times approaching. We're going to catch some Z's real fast, because I learned my lesson from last time. Always sleep when working at the block museum. Oh, the button. Button. Who's got the button? Blackstone is very useful. I wonder if the reason why there are so many variations is because Blackstone is supposed to be the Nether's equivalent of cobblestone, which is why it has so many different uses and variations. And you could use it for crafting the stuff. So the next, you've got the brick, the cracked brick, the brick slab, the stair. I need the wall and the chiseled. Oh wait, I don't have any of the gilded blackstone over here. Oh yeah, I do. It's at the end. So I think I'm missing the brick wall. Did I put the slab down? Slab, stair, chiseled. That's what it was. So that would be 2 slabs and then the wall. That's not how you make it. Alright. To the wiki. Since that's not how you make the chiseled blackstone bricks. Chiseled polished blackstone bricks. Yeah, polished blackstone bricks. Oh, I need the polished black. What? Hold on. Why do you need the polished blackstone slab, but not the polished blackstone brick? Okay, never mind. Too many words. All right, irrelevant. We're gonna ignore all that. So the next is the wall. In fact, here, let me feel slightly better about this. So I'll put the wall there. Then we're gonna move these over to be consistent with the other stuff. There we go, that way it's block, slab, stair, wall. And then this right here is kind of just the extra stuff. Alright, cool. So there we go, Blackstone's done. So yeah, the bee nest is still going to go there for whenever I acquire one. Oh, my bamboo's starting to grow. That's okay, I suppose. Alright, so Blackstone's done. I did cracked and chiseled. So that's all done. Then I needed the other stuff. So let's see how much of this can be put away. Because I needed the stripped log. What I'm thinking of doing is moving this one up. I'm thinking of moving that there, so that way I have a regular log. Oops, hold up. Okay, so this is where I ran out of the warp stuff, because I wanted a regular log, and then the stripped hyphae, and then the full one. So then if I have the log there, the fence, this is where I have the stripped log. Then I take, hold on, let me just make sure I don't have one of these currently. I do. Oh wait, hold on, I need two of these. Because I need one to place and one that's stripped. Then I want to say this last slot is reserved. I'm pretty sure there's not another form, but that's just in case I have another. That way I could keep the warped and crimson together. These for the wood stuff. And so the next, the vines. And I can't remember if I could plant these directly. Pretty sure the weeping vines I have to put above. Okay, so I put that there. Then I'll take I don't know, I might just have to come back with glass. Alright, well either way, let me also grab the roots. Isn't the roots the name on there's a show, there's a late night show. Their in-house band is called The Roots, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me put that away. Alright, so I should say I was going to grab one crimson and one more warped. Hooray, color coding. Alright, so the next signs. That's what I didn't do. I didn't make a sign out of the different wood types. Alright, we're for sure getting really low here though. Good job me of the past, already making the sticks. Maybe that's what I was unintentionally reserving the slot for. That's a wood-based material. It can go there. Alright, cool. Oh, you know what? I don't have the buttons. Oi. Do. Hold on, let me verify. Yeah, I did not make the buttons. Alright, cool. Well, not cool that I didn't make it, but that means I know what I'm looking for. So close. Alright, something should move. Or I could just be like, well, I already placed everything over. I don't feel like sliding it over by one more. So therefore, I'm just going to, boop, ba-doop. That's enough, I suppose. Alright, what's next? So here, let me look at the actual list here. Log, strip log, planks, button, door, fence gate. You know, maybe I should move this all over. I think I've changed my mind. We're also going to need to come back with glass. And I did not mean to collect more vines. Boop. So yeah, we're going to move all the warped stuff over by one. Do I need? No, I don't. Alright, this is my Silk Touch one. We're going to move all the warp stuff over by one. Because I plan on... I don't have cobblestone, do I? Nope. Alright, so we're going to be coming back with cobblestone and glass, but I plan on moving all the warp stuff over by one. That way I'll be able to fit just a little bit more here. So we're going to do that later. In fact, while I'm out and about, why don't I just toss all this stuff for now? Or toss most of this, because what I might just end up doing... I won't need any more sticks, will I? Yeah, I will need sticks. What I might just end up doing... Is this my last weeping vine? Oh no, I do have more. But if I go grab a little bit more of the crimson wood, that should go by pretty quickly. And in fact, how am I doing on warped? 1 plank, 3 logs. I might be able to get away with what I currently have. Warped's gonna be a farther travel. So anyways, let's just go over, pick up some of the warped wood, as well as cobblestone and glass. So then we'll be all nice and set. So I'm looking at the list, and I think I'll be pretty much all set. I should hopefully have everything else after all of that. Yeah, I needed the fence gate and the log, so I figured I might as well collect more crimson wood now. And because those are ever so abundant. In fact, let me also grab a ground tiller while I head out, because I'm gonna use it to get rid of the netherwort blocks. Well, in fact, I might also prepare blue fire. Well, that's gonna take even more glass. Alright, minimize that. That way I can see the tube again. I'll just take a stack of that. And stack of that. Then I'll use this shulker box for whatever I end up picking up. Oh wait, can I edit signs? Nope, not yet. Soon, hopefully. I'll take, I guess, just 3 of these. I don't even know how much durability they have. All right, to the Nether. After we catch some Z's. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, because good job, I knew it. I knew I was gonna forget, so I wrote this down. Slabs. I don't know how many slabs I'll need. I'll just take all of this. Because that'll also be used for... That'll also be placed down by the time I'm back there. To finish up the staircase. Alright, away we go. Huzzah! There's a zombie burning. I see you, buddy. Don't mind me. Just passing through. Alright. Go, go, go. Well, that was fun while it lasted. I was also looking at it yesterday, looking at the version path, and something occurred to me. We're gonna end off on Friday with release candidate 1. We are not even going to make it to 1.16 by Friday. That's slightly comedic to me. Yeah, another thing, I should look at the boots real fast. I'm gonna need to look into soul speed again. I'll do that later. Because it would be rather nice to have, but equally so. I don't know how much I'll be spending time here in the Nether. Oh, did they fix it? Does this no longer push me off? Yay! I'm no longer casually being pushed off of the edges of soul sand blocks or farmland. That was a problem either yesterday or the day before. Alright, so now that we're here... Oh, Enderman, can I steal your Ender Pearls? Come on, buddy, where'd you go? Don't tell me he's one and done. Surely you had plenty of health. Well, I don't know where it went. Is this one important? Nope. Alright, let's go. I was really hoping to pick up... whatchamacalled. I'm really hoping to pick up the pearls so that way I can move around easier. Well, let's go try to find where I was before. I don't know how easy that shall be. Because I don't entirely remember how far in this direction I went. Well, either way, I should stumble upon the Crimson Forest sooner or later. If I can make it back to the Basalt Delta, then I know I'm getting close. Hello, how's it going? Zoink. Excuse me, buddy. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is gonna get me back to where I was before. This should be... the random gravel is gonna lead to the Basalt Delta. Nom nom nom. I could probably turn this up a little bit on my end. There's the partial fortress. That should mean, yep, here are the new chunks, so we go this way pretty much. I'm fairly confident this is the direction I went beforehand. Hopefully. Two hits on mobs reminds me of good old back in beta. Back when the diamond sword two-hit bad guys. Is there a path? I'd have to create my own. Oh, we made it. Not a lot here, but I might as well grab the wood while I'm at it. In fact, if all that's over there, I'll probably just go for all of this. Alright, choppy tree. Even though these are not actually trees. This is where the ground tiller comes from. Maybe I should have grabbed the diamond ones. I don't even know why I have so many stone ground tillers. I don't remember where these came from. Well, I don't have a use for them, so we're just going to use them up now. What are we at? 131 uses. All three of these combined should get me through this little collection of shrooms right here. I also don't know what I'm going to do with all this nether wart, but we'll just hold on to it for now. Howdy Potato has not yet made a netherite ground tiller. I was thinking about it because I want to show off the texture, but I just haven't gotten there yet. I do have the netherite at home, but I'm currently updating the block museum. Except I ran out of crimson wood, so that's what we're gathering. Because I need to place a stripped log and a fence. No, fence gate, I already have the fence. I don't plan on getting it for the advancement, I plan on getting it to show off the new texture. Since, hooray, I committed the update progress for the textures. The sword is finally finalized. Hooray. The other tools are missing their gears though. I haven't animated those yet. So it's just the base material. How are they HD? It's kinda cursed. I couldn't have animated gears on such a low resolution texture. I had to make it HD to make sure that you could see the gears as they spin. Of course they had to be animated. I wasn't gonna cheap out on that. This whole resource pack has all sorts of random stuff. I don't know how much there is that does match. I put gears because once upon 12 years ago, Small Fry Me had an idea to create a mod called, that included diamond plated, golden geared titanium tools, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I had a couple base textures. I had a sword, a bow, and those might have been the only two textures I made. Well, either way, when I realized that netherite could be replaced with titanium, combined with gold, used to upgrade diamond, wow, that fit the mod description perfectly. So I decided to make official textures 12 years later for what they would have been had I ever gotten around to working on that mod. And of course, the gears had to be animated. I'm probably not going to replace the bow, though. I'll keep the bow as the bow, since that's just a regular bow. I did consider replacing the crossbow, though. I'm probably not going to. I did predict netherite. It's kind of interesting. Of course, the original idea for crafting was the old styled, just make a 5x5 crafting grid, which also would have been included in the mod. A special crafting table specifically for these tools. Oh well. Anyways, point being, this is my way of finally bringing an old concept to fruition. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of you. There's a lot of netherwort. I should probably build something with these. Half an hour and all I've done is place down blocks. Oi. Thankfully, once we get through the Warped and Crimson variations, it'll just be the last few special blocks that I need to get to. And turns out, me of the past, when raiding the Bastion, did in fact collect some... not gilded blackstone. Yes, but crying obsidian, there we go. I have 10 pieces of crying obsidian, and the respawn anchor takes 6. So therefore, I will have a little bit left over. And 1, of course, for the block itself, within the museum. I'm getting flashbacks to working on the Population Zelinator world back in 2020. Because I remember clearing out the forests, some of the forests as well, when working on the different settlements. I haven't done much nether, or I should say I've not done much 1.16 nether since then, other than VR Experiment, which I think that ended up being a pretty cool base. And man, I think I'm running out of durability. There's a lot more of these netherwort blocks than I thought there was. Thankfully, I only have one more I need to get rid of. One more shroom. Nope, I think I'll make it without running out of durability. Hooray! I still don't remember where all these stone ground tillers came from, though. If you happen to remember, please share, because I don't know why I have a bunch of them. Close to 20, I think. I don't know where they came from. There's no way I would have given them all to me. Wonder if I made a bunch of them at some point and decided, oops, I guess I didn't need this many for whatever I was doing. I don't feel like going through my backups trying to figure out. You are the only person watching. It's a quiet Wednesday. Monday was super active. At least in messages. People maybe not so much. Tuesday, still had regular viewers, but not as active as Monday. Here we are, half an hour into today. All is calm. I should say all is quiet, but it's not New Year's Day. Hello. Goodbye. Alright, let me toss all this stuff in here real fast. We have the inventory space. No internet. Were they working on the lines or whatever? Alright, so if this is here, we go this way. Hold on, there's a speck on my screen. There we go. I need to clean my screens. I think it's been a while since I've tested them. The picture quality of seeing the screens, and then you do a nice good dusting, they're all clean. The image is noticeably clearer. Alright, so let's see, where is the exit? Oh, it's pretty much straight right from here. Thing is, I have to travel about 400 blocks, because we already made it to Z0, which means world origin is that way. Straight that way, essentially. We're gonna do something dangerous under normal circumstances. Jump! You don't see me, Ghast. I'm not here. You know, alright, let's see, where are we? We only travel about 100 blocks. Boy. Well, at least we're getting closer. But now the problem is we might be too low. We might have to go up. Hello. Aha! And all the XP burned up. I don't currently have a use for the XP though. I don't know how much enchanting I'll be doing. Unless if I just feel like continuing to keep my XP amount low and just keep going for the books. We'll see. It's probably not going to be a while. Or it will be a while until I get back to fixing up my stuff. Since now, they have over 400 additional uses. Multiplied by Unbreaking 3. Yay. Whoop. I thought there was solid land here. Hey, the Stronghold. I made it. Well, Stronghold portal. The Stronghold's on the other side. Point being, we made it back to safety. Nom 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 nom. That was a big server lag spike. 1.5 seconds. Something happened. And away home we go. All completed. Oop, it's raining. We should reset the weather timer. Is the sun coming up? Oh boy, I might not be able to. Because if that's the direction of the sunrise... Oh, well I can sleep. Hooray! Howdy, Koski, welcome back. Alright, now hopefully I have everything to finish the block museum. I should say update it. Put that away. We're gonna keep the soul sand because I think I need it for some crafting. Howdy, Paul, welcome back. And I think we can probably just go straight there. Noisy because you're terminally online? Don't worry, there's a lot of people who are terminally online and get annoyed. At some point, I might do it less. Well, with a lot of my work outside of stream stuff, since stream is online directly, a lot of the stuff I do is just on my own time. But I'm one of those people who keeps Discord up. Just leave it sitting on the left monitor. Alright, let's go get to the staircase. Oh, I remembered. Slabs. Hooray. Good job, me of the past, for remembering. Because I was about to forget and just go down the other staircase. I feel like you're gonna find opinionated people under any circumstances, though. I think we're gonna make it. Oops. There we go. Now both staircases are completed. And if I really wanted, I could still use this one. Although this is terrible. Let's not do this anymore. There are as many opinions as there are people. There we go. I think I said that right. Alright, so before we work on the new stuff, let me slide this over. Because I changed my mind about the placement. We're going to try to cluster more of the warp stuff together. Crimson. The crimson stuff. And then we go to warp. Oh, you can make the stripped log by, or the stripped hyphae, because it's not wood. Anyways, not important. So this one we keep here. This is our new row, so we start here. I need to say it so that way I can see it. Stair, slab, slab stair, I should say. Isn't the point of an opinion that it's not objective? That's why it's called an opinion and not a statement or a fact. That's why there are as many opinions as there are people, even though there's as many truths as there is one truth. Okay, that one makes less sense. Hopefully you get the idea. Alright, so next is the stripped stem, I think, goes there, which I don't have crimson of. Then I need... Oh, that's why I needed cobblestone. I didn't fill that in yet. Oops. I should say I didn't fix it. Alright, so now I'm able to put the... Let me grab this real fast. So I needed one of these. Oops. Alright, so I needed buttons and fence gates. That's what I was working on. I already made the buttons. I don't have the fence gates though. I guess while I'm here, I'll just spend some of the wood making more sticks. Nope, that's the fence. It just feels like the fence and fence gate should swap, but too late. This recipe has been in the game for over 10 years, and I still get them mixed up sometimes. For an idea to be an opinion needs to be subjective and arguable. If it's not subjective and arguable, then what makes it not an opinion? I should say, what is it if it does not meet the requirements? There we go. I feel a sneeze. Pineapple. I could not pineapple that one. Alright, so we have the button fence gate. Next is... I might go for the vines. If it's not subjective and arguable, it's subjective, making it a fact. So that means there are opinions and there are facts, and there is nothing else. For ideas, I should say. I am clarifying that that is indeed the logic utilized. Figuring out what word got blocked. It might not be a word, it might be a phrase, as was tested yesterday, and also tested before. Alright, so let me grab the vines. Do I only have one twisting vine? No, I have more. Oops. That was unfortunate. Alright, so... this one I can just plant there, but we're going to stop it from growing. And then over here we're going to have the opposite. Oh, wait. We're going to place this higher. Because I don't have a way to place the vine in this one. Oh, wait, you know, hold on. Maybe I can place the block there. Does that work? Okay, that works. YouTube filter used to hold stuff for review, and then I don't know if they got tired of maintaining that, and so the stuff just doesn't come through, or if I changed my settings at some point. Because YouTube used to hold stuff for review. This was years ago, though. I say years as if it's been like 2 or 3. During the span of UMP's run, I should say. Alright, so let me bring over the roots. Because we already have the mushrooms. So I'll grab these. Oh. Okay, cool. For a second, I thought I ran out of the Crimson Nylium, and I was about to be a little sad to think I did not grab any more. That's very offset. Oh well. Yo, to you, welcome back. Alright, I think now I'm set. Let me just take a quick look at the block list again, see if there's anything else that needs to be done. So, ancient debris, basalt, and blackstone's completed. Log, plank. Oh, Alright, everything for Crimson is done. I know Warped has a couple extra blocks though, so let me verify those as well. We'll also be sleeping, but let me keep counting all this real fast. And then I'll also be able to check back on chat afterward. Alright, all the multiplied stuff for Warped is completed. Let's catch them Z's reset the weather timer. Oh wait, hold up. Oh yeah, I can also minimize that for later. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on here. Let me just move this over. They only become large like bone meal for regular regular mushrooms. Okay, then yeah, I'll get rid of those real fast. I did not know if they grew naturally or not. I guess if they ever change that, I'll find out if I come back here and they grow up. I like that example for a wrong opinion being based on inaccurate information. Alright, so now let me grab one for you. Can I put these nether sprouts anywhere? Nope. Alright. Can I place them on regular nether rack? Alright, I don't think I have any. Good job me of the past grabbing all this nylium. Alright, so those two are now completed. So, let's start getting to the other stuff. Alright, so now we need like shroom lights and soul soil. I picked up soul soil, right? Alright, cool. That might be it for the naturally generating stuff. Oh wait, Crimson Hyphae and Stripped Hyphae. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay, I did get both of each. Nether gold. Alright, let's go get the crawling obsidian. Yeah, the nether sprouts here I had to use the shears to acquire. Ah, the purple, or the particles are purple. I don't think I can change that because I'm pretty sure this is the shared particle that I'm unable to do anything with. Alright, well, while I'm here, let me also try to find target and lodestone. Oops. And then this is going to be the respawn anchor. I'll just need to make sure not to touch it. Alright, so let me try to find real fast how to make one of those. I'll work on the campfire and whatnot later. Glowstone. I don't think I have any of that on me. Alright, well, let's go take a quick trip back home then. Oh, Walmart block. Alas, being a Swedish game. You know, I don't know, is Walmart international? I know they have Walmart up in Canada. IKEA block? Maybe. I've thought about renaming the Target block to something else. I don't know what. Something related to stores. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Maybe I should do something with the target block. I don't know what, but we'll see. The bow practice range. It'll help clear out my chest. Extreme latency. Don't forget to make sure to press the live button at the bottom. Thank you for your service, Mr. Golem. Alright, let's think. So, other than this, I'm also going to need to make the soul torch and the soul torch and the soul lantern. Let me just take quick peeks at those while I'm here at the thingy. I have iron nuggets, right? Yes, I do. Alright, so we're just going to tackle these while we're back here. And I said I came back because I needed glowstone. Nom 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 nom. Let me eat all that real fast. My inventory is right about full. Whoop. I'll sort all this stuff later. Okay, well now I have the respawn anchor, and let's see, is there anything else I need? I'm pretty sure this is the last of the blocks I needed. Oh wait, quartz bricks. I don't think I placed quartz bricks down there. Alright, just kidding, we're not done yet. I'll probably save quartz bricks for the very end, once I start cleaning everything up. Unless if I... No, I don't have any of my shulker boxes on me, I left them all down below. Oop. Alright, well thankfully, we're almost done. Because I'm ready to go back to building. I don't know what I'll start building next, but at least now I have the majority of the 1.16 stuff. What I'm thinking of doing is making my way back to the outpost I made. The outpost I made in the Warped Forest. That's just a fair amount of distance away that I'll have to travel through the Nether. Maybe once or maybe now that I know where I'm going, it might be time to whip out the Elytra. We'll see. Oh, you know what? The chain block. I forgot I was supposed to place that as well, but I know I have some of them down here. Or boop. We'll leave that one alone. Alright, so let's toss everything that doesn't need to be here. I'll sort all this later, like I said. I just needed to make sure it's all clean. Alright, so we place down the soil right here. Is this what I want? Sure, why not? This is where we're gonna have the soul fire. Does this work? Nope. That's unfortunate. I don't remember if I had fire in the top block or if I had it down below. You know what? I think I put the fire down below. So that means I'll replace this. It's right there. Alright, so there's the fire. Soul lantern. Soul torch. Chain. The tiny buffer spikes. That's unfortunate. Alrighty, so now everything should be all set. I'll just head back here real fast. Alright, everything's all now nice and taken care of. So the only block that's currently reserved here in the museum is the bee nest, and I didn't want to put that on the far side of the 1.16 stuff. Having all the 1.16 blocks laid out here, it's about a third blackstone, a third of the crimson and warped wooden base blocks, and then the last third are the other miscellaneous items. So now that all that's taken care of, we should be all good to head up top. Then I'll need to make sure to grab signs and start labeling all the new chests we're about to use. Alright, away we go. Only took us half of today. So what that means is, even if I were to still have the materials from when the Mr. Green Bean said boom boom, it still would have taken me a while to put everything down. Oh well. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Block of netherite. But that's currently on hold because I don't have more netherite. Maybe that's what I should work on next. I don't need too much. I should say I don't need too many more scraps. I needed... I think I had 4 currently. I don't know where those 4 ended up. I'll sleep and then start sorting my stuff, see if I can find them. And while I'm here, I'm going to put the soul torches in the torch chest because I don't know what I'll do with these. I'll hold on to them for now. I'll take the egg, the egg. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these, but I'll keep picking them up for the time being. The Block Museum used to be so much easier to maintain. The 1.16 was a very large update when it comes to block additions. Most of the additions were... Oh! Soul Campfire and Quartz. Oops. Oopsies. Alright, hold on. Let's make that Soul Campfire real fast. The quartz bricks. So I'll probably start with sorting stuff anyway, and just remember to keep these on me. So let's just toss everything else first. The Sims Blossom. Other EA game reference. Wonder if I should put crying obsidian with regular obsidian. What are the chances of me needing a dedicated obsidian chest? You know, I guess fundamentally they are different. I'll keep the crying obsidian separate. No, with the amount of blocks, I'm just gonna keep it up here. I'm also gonna keep all the new fungus blocks with the other wood types, since they function the same, even if in universe they are not the same. Alright, so let's see what can be put away first. Alright, everyone line up. So every material I already have, we're gonna start there. I should say every material that already has a place. Yeah, for 1.17 exploration, I should say I'm not expecting to acquire everything in 1.17 that I can. We'll see how far I end up going. I probably should because 1.17 is going to be the last we do on here. But what might end up happening is I explore on my own time. Alright, we will start here. Unwaxed copper. When are you able to wax copper blocks? Is that in 1.18? Oh wait, won't be able to have unwaxed. Oh, because if I can't wax it, what'll happen is it's gonna oxidize anyway. Unless if I go down there and just repeatedly keep scraping it off, but that's not worth it. I haven't figured that out yet. That's a problem for future me. Future me meaning maybe 3 weeks. No, it's gonna be longer than that, closer to a month. I can't remember how long it's gonna take for us to get through the rest of 1.16, but we're gonna be in 1.16 for a while. Should I keep soul sand? I'm thinking of keeping soul soil with soul sand, as both of those function the same way, apart from when you walk on it. You know what, here, I'll just keep it down here, I guess. I'm not even gonna think about stuff in 1.19 and later for the reason of that's far enough in the future that I plan on spending the mental time focusing on other stuff. My current plan of action is getting through part 4, so everything up through 1.17.1 is my current approach. That way I could think about other stuff for the time being. I'm pretty sure I never picked up a turtle egg for the reason of... Oh wait, there are ways to keep turtle eggs from hatching though. We'll see if I ever get around to that though. I wonder if I'll keep the nylium with the other stuff. There's my titanium. So I'm at 5. I need 4 more times 4 of the debris. That's 16, so I need 16 more debris. Alright, let me put away... put the campfire there for now. Alright, so for the logs, if this is regular wood, alright, that's a dark oak, you're getting demoted. I'll put the mushroom logs up here. Alright, so yeah, I'll do crimson over warped. Question is, where do I keep the different wood stairs? I'm pretty sure plank stairs are over here. Do I not have any of the other types of wooden stairs? Something seems fishy. I guess I'll just keep this here for now. We'll move that down. Yeah, I don't know what their goal was with all the Froglight stuff, because I'm not looking forward to collecting all of those. It's not impossible, it's just very annoying with how much I'll need to explore. Alright, nether brick slabs, those are off in this direction. Alright, so crimson over warped. Wait, hold on, don't I have... Oh wait, I keep the planks over here. I think. I keep oak wood. Do I not have the other stuff? I don't know, I guess I'll just leave them here for now. I'm gonna need to find my chest for... I'll need to find my chest for my nether wart, because I'm gonna put the warped nether wart in there as well. Oop, pass the signs. Wonder what I should do with the fungus blocks, if they should go in a dedicated chest or not. Alright, well, we'll see. Still have the doors and trapdoors I need to place down. Or put away, I should say. Where are my crimson doors? I should have 2 of them somewhere. What happened to my crimson doors? Did I place them down somewhere and just forgot? I don't know. I feel like I might have used them over at the outpost. guess I could put the black stone pressure plate there. Oh wait, hold on, there's also the wooden pressure plate variations. Alright, well, one thing at a time. Nether wart is a 1.0 block. The nether wart item itself that you plant. I'm pretty sure I would have kept the blocks with the nether wart. Hopefully. At least I feel like I should have. Because it's condensed nether wart. Yep. Time to add to the ever-growing pile. Alright, while I'm here, nether brick. Oh, that said mycelium. At first I thought that said nylium and thought, how did I have a nylium chest way over here? That's indeed not the case. Oh, here are my plank slabs. Which I'm probably going to redo since I should probably just keep the plank slabs with the other plank slabs I have. Wait, hold on. I already have a plank stairs chest. I gotta redo some of this stuff. I'm gonna do this later because I'm waiting around until I get the opportunity to rename. Or I should say I get the opportunity to edit signs. Alright, so we are looking for nether brick slabs. I have nether brick stairs over here. So that not the same as nether brick slabs. What I'm thinking of doing is moving my nether brick stairs over there as well. You know, never mind. I don't know why I have so many stairs. Alright, let's go head back. Eventually I'll go through every single chest, but that's going to be on my own time. And in the future. What version can we edit signs in? Is that 1.20? Because I'm going to wait around until then. Oop. Once I get into 1.20. Alright, I was right. I remembered correctly. Yeah, so that's going to be a part 6 thing. Alright, so. And then stairs were my plank stairs. Where are my trapdoors? Why am I having difficulty finding these? This is a beta 1.6 item. Oh, you know what? I know why. Because it was over here. Did I say? Hold on, if this is part 4. Yes. It is indeed part 6. I have plans for part 5. No, that's not true. Sorry, part 7. Part 5 and part 6, I have plans. I forgot both of those are 2 different ideas. My plans are measured in decades. Because I'm pretty sure this series is going to be going 10 years total by the time we get to post 1.18. Alright, so trapdoors are a block. One of every type of wooden trapdoor other than oak because I don't know what to do with them. Alright, so now that leaves us with basalt and all the blackstone stuff. Except some of the blackstone can be put away. In fact, if this shulker box is empty, and this shulker box is empty, I can put both of these away. Alright, so we're looking for... I don't have any extra buttons or pressure plates because those crafted into singular ones. Very well then. Alright, so shroom lights. Here, I'll probably start out with... Oops, hold up. I have one more hyphae to put away. Oh, what? Those are the warped warp blocks. Oops, that wasn't the hyphae I was supposed to put. Oopsies. Alright, so now... Yeah, I'll pick this up and then we're going to be moving on to Warehouse 3. Thankfully, I already put the signs up there. Howdy, Henry. Welcome back. Not to the last 10 seconds of the stream. So the Android is probably going to be after I return. After those few weeks that I do less streaming. Well, if I have vines here, these are vines, I'll just toss them in there. Like, let me also grab the fungus, because I'm thinking of putting the fungus with the mushrooms as well. Decisions. Lights flickering. Alright, so we'll leave all the blackstone in there. Everything that's not blackstone is going to stay back here. I'll figure out how to sort that first. I guess you're right, it is the last 5 seconds more accurately. Alright, let's see. How are the mushrooms currently? Because I want to say I have red mushrooms and brown mushrooms. Yeah, I kept those separately. Alright, yeah, I guess I will just put these in their own thing. Since they're not a mushy, they're a fungus. Alright, let's head up top here and do the next part of sorting. Alright, so what do I have? Because if I can fill up the last of this row, this is where we're currently at. So we're looking at coral, magma blocks, basalt, put polished basalt there as well. And then this one's going to be shroom lights. Alright, coral, magma block, basalt, shroom light. I still hope to do Minecraft Polyworld creation. I'm not sure when yet. Wait, don't tell me. I remember it. Shroom light, that's what it was. Alright, cool. So then... Guess what I could do is say fungus, roots, sprouts, and then I don't know what's going back there. Oh no, wait, we're at the last row. We're at the last 12 blocks over here. Alright, so what I'm kind of thinking is Blackstone as Blackstone, along with its stairs and walls, stair slabs walls. And then we have the polished Blackstone bricks. Then it has stairs, cracks, slabs, walls. It does have chiseled, but we're going to leave that in here as well if I ever feel like making more. And then we have polished Blackstone with its stairs, slabs, and walls. And then the last one is just going to be gilded, since that doesn't fit close enough. I could have put it here with Blackstone, but it feels different enough to keep separate. Alright, so Blackstone bricks. No, Blackstone, polished Blackstone bricks. We don't technically have Blackstone bricks, so I'll probably I'll just drop the polished. So it'll be Blackstone bricks, polished Blackstone, and then gilded Blackstone. I don't know how much of this is going to fit. Oops. Polished Blackstone. How about polish Blackstone? This way Blackstone gets its entire corner over here, and everything's all nice and separated. Alright, there we go. So is there anything else left in here? Nope. Oh wait, hold on. Chains. I'll put the chains here since I have them right now. Kind of random, but okay. So then that leaves us... Oops, I didn't do this middle row. So we're looking at fungus, roots, nether sprouts, and chains. Oops, I keep wanting to press enter because I'm used to starting on the second row. Oh wait, hold on, I did this backward. I'm supposed to start bottom up. There we go, 4 more blocks, and they're gonna take up the last slot here. Okay, so I created the soul campfire. I need to do the block of netherite, which we're gonna go back to the nether after this, but also the quartz bricks. So we're gonna take care of that real fast. Let me take a quick look at quartz bricks, see how to make those real fast. Okay, so it's just 4 blocks of quartz. Hopefully I have enough quartz. Thank you, Golem, for your service. Alright, this is all empty now. I'll probably pick it up before we go to the Nether. And then I think at long last, this will be all it, other than the block of netherite, which is going to take me a bit to get. Nope, sun's going down. We'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer before we go down to the museum. Yawn. I say egregiously. Alright, so all my quartz should be over here, hopefully. That's the ruby. Alright, so very low on blocks of quartz. I'll probably use some of the items. And then here are my quartz bricks. Oh wait, here, we can just go straight to the museum. After I catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. There are monsters nearby. That's not cool. The tiny Zelamoon rises. Alright, away we go. This should take care of everything we need for now. Hopefully. We'll see how far we get in 1.17, trying to get the... whatchamacalled. We'll see how far we get in 1.17, getting all the blocks that we can for the block museum. Hopefully, though, I end up not spending the last days of UMP focusing on the museum, though. Because I don't know when part 5 is going to be. Nice, good long while, because I have other series that would be better off dedicated in time too. I guess part of that's also I need 1.18 to feel old. Ta-da! There we go. So now we're just about caught up. One last block and a bee nest, but I'll do that. I'll probably end up getting that bee nest when we go exploring in 1.17. But we'll see when we get there. So one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Now with all this taken care of, we should be free to go straight to the Nether. Oh wait, that staircase doesn't go up. We should be free to go straight to the Nether. No, that's not true, because I still need the TNT and stuff. I guess I left most of the TNT there. I'll probably want to take with me the shulker boxes anyway, because I know they're going to fill up with netherrack and any other stuff. Well, that was nice taking a break from all the blast mining, but I guess we're going back at it again. I need one block for the museum, so that's 16 more debris. I know I left all the TNT I plan on using in there, but I'll take care of those later. One thing at a time, I'd say. Thank you for your service. So 25 minutes, we have about 25 minutes of work we can do. If I keep things nice and tight-knit, I should be able to wrap up. Alright, away we go. Once the block museum is all nice and updated, hopefully I'll get back to more building. I'm ready to see what else is on the to-do list that I feel like I'll be able to finish before part 4. You know what I'll need to do? I still will need to acquire a lot of oak wood, because I need to build those shelves. I guess I'll just keep going from up here. I was planning on trying to visit the warped outpost, but I think I'll just do that another time. I want to say there's also a second bastion I think I saw on my way back, but because I didn't have the inventory space, I just kept going past it. We'll see. I'll check that out later. Maybe that's what I'll do after I finish with all my blast mining. Decisions. Options. People like options, right? I don't even think I need to do a critical hit on the piglins. He was even wearing armor. Although gold armor is not very protective. There's a way down, right? There's about to be. I'll take that, thank you. I feel like if I haven't gone this way before, there's a high probability of me not ending up where I used to be. I didn't think about that. That's okay. I'll get to where I need to be at some point. Logically. I don't know, we're just gonna hope. You know what I should do? Maybe I'll make a dedicated path for this. Because if I keep going back to this blast mining area, it's probably what'll end up happening. Well, at least we made it back to the gravel. So I know once I made it here, then I'm doing good on progress. Do I want to mine quartz? I think I'll pick up a little of this. I don't know what I'll need it for, but I should probably use it now. I should say pick it up now. That way I can deal with the full inventory later. I see a ghast up there. Hello. Wonder if I could repair my axe this way. Nope. Sometimes I forget how good, or I should say how much XP you acquire from mining quartz is. For how abundant quartz is, it's a rather good source. Alright, well, I got most of my stuff taken care of. But we have this guy up here. Hello. Yeah. Smackdown. WWE. There we go. Alright, all nice and repaired. So now we're back at the fortress. So we're getting there. I think. Unless it's somewhere down here. Oh yeah, I see the torches. I found the entrance. Let's backtrack a little bit. And we made it. Hooray. Alrighty. So, hello. I have a welcoming party. Alright, so how are we looking? All of this should be full. I don't know how much TNT I really need, but we'll start somewhere. Let me lay down these 2 gray ones. That way I know anything that's not TNT can be put away in here. And I'll sort it out later. Hello. How's it going, y'all? How about we start out with 8 stacks. So if this was here, I'm going to want to do the same thing off in this direction a little bit. In fact, I'll probably decide on a good tunnel starting position and then going from there. And I didn't even realize this was here. Oop. Alright, I'll start over here, perhaps. You know what, that might be a little bit too far. Okay, this feels better. So this is our starting point. Let me clean out my inventory so that way once I grab exactly as much netherrack as I need. Attack of the Sneezes. They've returned. So once I pick up as much netherrack as I planned for TNT, then that's how I know I've made it to the end. Of course, there will be some interference, but we gotta start somewhere. So I'm looking at picking up 8 stacks of blocks in total. That's what we need. Ideally, it's all netherrack, but we're not gonna experience the ideals in here. Like that. What is going on over here? I know this is just lava I'll have to deal with later, but start somewhere. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Maybe I should have been using Silk Touch to figure out exactly how many blocks I'm going through. Oops. Too late. We'll do some more rounding. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're looking at about 5.5 stacks so far. All right. 6, 7.5. A little bit more. Alright, that should be good. This should hopefully be very close to the beginning. I feel like with all 8 stacks of these, this should get us to where we need to be. In terms of the debris count. Because if I'm going for 16, this should hopefully be enough. And of course, if I wanted to work on the whatchamacallit, if I wanted to utilize netherite and create the ground tiller, then I would need another 8. So 24. 16 is the minimum, 24 is recommended. Of course, the amount desired is as much as possible, but we'll see. There's a lot of TNT. I really hope that this is within the loaded chunk distance. Hooray! This is a pretty good prediction. Alright, let me clean out my inventory because learning from experience, we're going to end up with a whole bunch of netherrack after this. Alrighty, I'm pressing the button. Beep. Go, go, go. Alright, hurry. Let's make sure the chunks stay loaded. I think that pigman got mad at me. I don't blame him. Looks like I ended up being a little bit too far to the left. Oops. Hello. Excuse me, buddy. I'm on a mission here. Buddy, I don't need your pants. Or your boots. I had it on in the background and you didn't hear me talking about TNT. Oh wait. Hello, Hoglin. Ow. You kinda hurt. I'll take your bacon though, I need that. So I might have been a little bit too far to the left, but that's alright, because over here it all ended up coming together anyway. I say that was a successful run. Let's just keep picking up more of this netherrack. All these entities on the ground are taking up resources. So let's pick up what we can now. You're really focused on writing? How can you write and listen to someone talk at the same time? I can't do that, because then I'll start writing what I'm hearing and think to myself, oh wait, that's not what's supposed to happen. If I'm ever writing something and I want background audio, it has to be instrumental music. Or just nothing at all, that's fine with me as well. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Should have brought one of those shulker boxes with me. This is a lot of netherrack still here on the ground. Non-native English speaker ability. I don't know if it's just me though, because I hear other people listening to songs while they write, and I think I can't do that. To understand what I'm saying, I have to focus on talking. That sounds like a downside. Alright, let's go back here. Zoink. Back, better idea. Whatever's not netherrack goes in there. Everything that is netherrack will go in here. Hello. No, just a regular zombold pigman. Alright, let's try to see how many other goods we can pick up, but I want to say we're getting closer to the 5-minute mark by now. Let me just do all that real fast. You lost track to what we were talking about? What's the point of having audio in the background if you're not going to have some sort of attention listening? Which goes to why I was saying sounds like a downside. I prefer passive information gathering over intentional only. So much netherrack. At least I know that most of this netherrack, maybe not most, but a lot of this netherrack is going to end up being spent on covering up all this lava. Okay, I think now we hit the 5-minute mark, because everything just disappeared. Oh, nope, maybe not. It might be close to the 5 minutes, though. Hello. Yes, I see y'all. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with all this netherrack. And I'm also pretty sure this is about to be the end here. Because if I come back a third time, the amount of time it's gonna take going from one end to the other. I even said I should bring the shulker box the first time. I should have brought it the second time. Too late. I'll go clear out my inventory. Mostly. Or I guess what I could do is fill up the shulker box and then hold on to all of the excess netherrack. Well, that ends up being quite a lot of netherrack. Alright, well, let's go all the way to the far end. Nah, I gotta put more of this away. I'll feel better. There we go. So now we'll go all the way to the far end and start backward in covering up the lava. And then, once that lava's gone, we'll begin work on getting the debris. Oh wait, we got 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make much progress. Nom 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 nom. I didn't realize how hungry I was getting. Oh, we made it to the end. Any other netherrack on the floor? Not currently. Yeah, it's already been 20 minutes since I was last looking at the clock. Bye-bye, I say to the lava. Pretty soon I'll be saying bye-bye to all of y'all. Do-do-do-do. That one's gone. I'm kind of tempted just to leave this one here. No, because I see one debris block right above. Here's what I'll do. This is where I'll build the pillar. Oops. Well, I was supposed to stand on the pillar. I guess that's not happening. Because I figured if this debris is just right here, I might as well pick it up while I'm in the area. In fact, since the next lava set isn't until over there, I might as well look around for debris in this area right now. That way I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. I'm not currently seeing any extra debris though. So we should be good to start moving forward. Yeah, wasn't there a crossbow around here? In one of my battles? Because I saw the leather and I just picked it up. And hadoink. Oopsies. Well, we're already at 5. Hooray. This is about to put us at 7. Reach. I can almost Halo reach. For as much as I quote that, well, I should say I have not gone through a Halo game. Yeah, we have about 30 seconds, so I'll say now, if y'all have any final thoughts, say your final farewells as we wrap up for the day. And so that's going to leave us with tomorrow, getting rid of more of this lava and picking up more of this debris. Unless I end up changing the texture by then, but we'll see. I have other stuff I'm working on. I have plans for my next game update. It will return soon. You know, feel free to keep working on it with all the tools you can for the time being. Alright, last debris, and then this is indeed all it for today. 1 and 2. Yep, that's indeed all it for this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye. Buddy, I'm trying to end off the stream. And now I say goodbye.